Звичайно, я психолог.
По шпирам.
But then when you have a look at it, actually, crossing the bridge isn't wrong either, is it? But then you've obviously got the element over
Ó, essa aqui como ficou bonitinha. Ficou parecendo um pau.
Right, we saw that. That's the river going out to the ocean, right?
Tu vas devoir passer là entre
Ouais, les voitures sur le pont. Ah oui. Ça, c'est un R. J'ai pas trop envie de partir, mais j'aurais peut-être mal de reprendre.
Mira, allá los tenés.
Sí, los acá a la vuelta, me parece.
Niet al een neut laatste maal.
Op deze berg. Nee, niet hier in het kasteel. We gaan dus langs met de bus.
Ale tam już, wiesz, oni napisali ostrzeżenia, wszystkie możliwe, jakie mogą.
membership.
I'm going to give you that one.
Somewhere.
Não, é a sensação que você acha de que eles vão ver. Aí você fica assim.
And if you are a Christian crusader, you look at the right and you look at the left, and now you know the differences from here, but which way would you go? If you look at now, because this is a really narrow elbow turn, and only 2 soldiers can fit in this passage, it would be
fucking later a video, Michael.
I'm trying to figure out how we get out.